So when we evaluate a horse, we want to make sure that we know where that horse is. And the idea isn't to make that horse look the best that they possibly can. The idea is to allow that horse to make mistakes, and that way we can learn mentally where that horse is. Because sometimes when we're evaluating horses, we think that we're showing a horse, and when you're showing a horse, like if you're showing it in a show ring or you're showing it to somebody, you want to put your best foot forward and make the horse look as good as it possibly can. And so there's a balance here with the evaluation. Is one, I want to see if there's any holes, and the only way that I can see if there are particular holes that come out is by adding a little bit of pressure, testing her to see where she is mentally. Now at the same time, of course, I don't want to break down her confidence. So if there is a hole, I want to be very kind, sincere. I want to be warm, loving with her and build her confidence up so that we can work through those holes in the process, but at least I know it's there. So a couple things I look at. When Clayton brought the horse, he backed the horse out the trailer. She backed out really, really nicely. And then he tied her onto his trailer, and he started grooming her a bit. And she stood pretty good. And there's horses all over here, goats, all kinds of stuff. She's in a new place. We got a pony over there that's whinnying, and she's not phased. So those are all really good things. Those are things I look at. I'm like, that's pretty good. That's nice. That's good. When he led her through the gate and brought her over here, she didn't spook or rush past us to get into this area. She was very calm, relaxed. And then she ties pretty well. And of course I asked him before I tied her, if she ties pretty well, but she seems to tie pretty well. She seems to have good sense. There's certain horses where I wouldn't even be standing here right now because their back end would be weaving back and forth and they're dancing all over the place. But you can see, she hasn't really moved a muscle. She's nice, relaxed, and quiet. Those are all good things, but I'm not going to take anything for granted. I want to go ahead and put her through the steps and make sure that she's going to be a good, safe, quiet horse for someone to ride. So one of the things I like to do with all my horses before I get started is I'll just take a nice big deep breath, and I'm going to come on in here and approach her, and simple as brushing. I want to see, how does my pony brush? How do they deal when I start brushing him? When I get up here by the pole, by her ears, how does she do? She's doing pretty good. I'm going to brush down her leg here. Is she picking up that leg and jerking it? And she's not. She's doing really, really good there. And in addition, what's happening too is I'm just spending a little bit of time kind of connecting with her, syncing up with my horse, giving her an opportunity to allow me to rub and love on her and let her know that I'm not going to do anything that's going to hurt her. Okay, so I'm going to come down these back legs here. Good girl. I'm going to give her a rub for that. Very good. I'm going to come around to this side now, and I'm going to work her over here. Pretty dirty, Clayton. It's too cold for a bath, I understand. Good, she's doing good with those back legs. Good, so far, I like what I see. We know she leads, we know she ties, she stands relatively still. She'll let me brush her without incident, especially for a kid horse. If your little kid goes up there, and I've got little kids, right? And if my little girl or my little boys go up there and they come up to about this high, I can't have a horse swinging back and forth. They'll knock them right over. They can step on them, hurt them. And so she's one that I'd feel pretty comfortable. I want to see a little bit more, but I'd say, yeah, I can believe that kids have interacted with this horse. She's safe enough. She stands still. She's not throwing her head up. She's not sitting back. Sitting back is a huge one, a really, really big one. When horses sit back against that rope and pull, because again, if there are little kids in the way, if that horse is thrashing, they can knock them over, or when they lunge back forward, they can come down on top of them. So it's really important that they can stand tight and they're not sitting back. So, good girl. So far, so good. So now I'm going to go ahead and saddle my pony up. Go ahead and stop right there.